Welcome. Welcome to my studio. Welcome to a little bit of, get ready, anapestic tetrameter. That's the way he wrote. And pardon me, allow me to introduce you to some words that make a lot of noise. So one of the ways we're going to make noise is to figure out where they came from. So allow me to introduce you to noises that match things. For example, moo. It's the very first line in our poem. Moo, but not just one moo. Two moos, which means moo moo. So let's try that out. Moo, moo. See the way my lips move around? Moo, moo. Fantastic. Dr. Seuss loved poetry, and he wrote it in a much different way than I do. Undoubtedly because it was better. But besides all that, he used it to help us learn. So let's go over our words before we even begin to tell our story. Here they are. There's a lot of them. If you cannot read, you can listen. And we'll figure out what it is those words mean and where the noises come from. Some of them are different. And you won't see any ba, ba, or woof, woof, or meow, meow. Oh, much as I love them, we're going to see different kinds of words. So yes, here he is first. Moo. So if you wanted to start your story with a moo, could you make a musical puppet? Of course you could. This is a moo cow. Milk carton, moo cow. You can do it. I could. All right. So let's just go over these and note the order they're in because they make some sense. But mostly let's just have fun and make noise. I love to make noise. I'm going to use my pointer. Okay, here he goes. Okay. Moo, moo. That's a cow. Buzz, buzz. Eek, eek. Hoo, hoo. Clop, clop, clop. Dibble, dibble, dop, dop. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Grum, 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 grum. Choo, choo, choo. Boom, boom. Splat, splat. Tick, tick, tock. Sizzle, sizzle. Blurp, blurp. Knock, knock, knock. A slurp. And a whisper. And a fish kiss, too. That's all you need to know how to do. So let's figure it out. Even better yet, come along with me to the world of Mr. Brown Can Moo. Can you? Sure you can. So what am I going to use here? Ooh, let's do the mystery ones first, okay? The ones that I had no clue. Well, you know what choo 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 is. Allow me to elaborate. Yegads, the train is coming. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Awesome. And what about this one? Everybody knows what who is who. And dibble dibble dop dop. Well, that's a puzzle, but not if you have an umbrella. Dibble dibble dop dop. And what about cock-a-doodle-doo? Your turn. Excellent work. All right. Now this happens to be one of my favorite new noises I never knew they made because, truth told, I never got really near a hippopotamus. But apparently a hippopotamus chewing. Did you know they chewed? Well, of course they do. They don't use a straw. So a hippopotamus goes like this. Groom, groom. And if they have a friend, then they go groom, groom, inviting each other for dinner. That is my hippopotamus. Chewing. And what about this? Boom! Pow! Lightning! Does thunder make noise? No. It's awfully pretty, though, don't you think? Oh, how about this one? Splat, splat. That is the sound, according to Dr. Seuss, of thunder. And all right, you know this one, too, so. And it's cool because it changes. Tick, tick, tock. Oh, what's that? It's another noise. It's eggs frying in a pan. It's sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Awesome. A slurp. What is a slurp? I think it could be almost anything. Drinking. And in our particular case, it's a cat who slurps. And all those noises would be very hard to do if you didn't have a little rhythm and a little rhyme and the knowledge that at the very end of the story, you get a fish kiss too. Thank you. And a whisper. Is that a noise? You betcha. Oh, right. So we're going to tell this story here, written in 1970. And it's a funny story to tell because it's not a story. It's a teaching story, which is really good news. I just love that. And it also allows us to just let ourselves go and make a lot of noise. It's called Mr. Brown Can Moo. Can you? Can you? Moo. Excellent work. So it might take us a little time because, again, I have stuff all over. So I'm going to try and illustrate through example. Like, for example, when I need to make this sound, I need to find it. It's a horn. You can make a squeaky sound too. And I don't want you to get up and run around. And in case you have a squeaky shoe, it would sound eek, eek. So you may have thought that eek, eek was a mouse, but it's not. Apparently, according to Dr. Seuss, it's a shoe that squeaks. Maybe it needs some oil. Maybe it needs a shine. Don't we all need a little shine? So in order to help me tell the story, I have a very fancy schmancy puppet. And because spring is coming, whenever you watch this, spring is always coming. It could be winter. Spring will be here eventually. It could be summer. If you go around the calendar, we will have spring. So I found a cozy pair of mittens. And I said to myself, this would make a great puppet. Not only that, but it could be Mr. Brown. And it could make some of the sounds. Could you make a sound? What would it like? You want to be a groom? You want to be a hippopotamus? Okay, go for it. Groom. Oh, excellent. You want to try that? Groom. See how good you can do that? You want to try the owl? You can learn from the owl. Who? Excellent. You're really good. And you keep my hands warm too. Thank you so much. So that's about as complicated as this puppet is. Just right here at the end of your arm. Are you ready? You want me to introduce one more character? You want me? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't tell him. The words back here, we're going to do really fast right now. They're in different order than Dr. Seuss put them in his book. So you may say to yourself, "Why?" Yeah, I would say that to myself if I weren't talking to my hand. Well, I know I'm going to tell him. Seuss made poetry. So remember I told you he made anapistic. Such a great word. That's poetic as it is. Tetrameter, which has to do with the number of syllables. That's it. That's the truth. So what he did was at the very end of his book, the last page, this is what you see. You see all of these, but they're not in the same order as the book. So I said to myself, what? I'm confused. She's always confused. No, I'm not. He did that for a reason. All things have some kind of reason, and he did it to illustrate his style of poetry. So you think about it, but it's really fun to do. So we're going to do it once before we start, and I'm going to work really hard to tell you the story visually. That means so you can see it, right? And then we're going to end with these words, and who knows, maybe the cow will jump over a moo if she can find one. All right, are you ready? Do you have a name? What is it? You ready? Reddy's name is Teddy. Reddy Teddy. Or is it? No? What is it? Teddy Reddy. I'm sorry. Do you have a middle name? Go for it. Eddie. Okay. Go figure. You want to make the noises for everybody? Okay. You want a deep breath? Excellent. Deep breath. Here he goes. Moo, moo. Bzz, bzz. Eek, eek. Hoo, hoo. Clappity, clop, clop. No, clop, clop, clop. Clop, clop, clop. Dibble, dibble, dop, dop. Cock-a-doodle, doo. Grum, 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 grum. Choo, choo, choo. Boom, boom, splat, splat. Tick, tick, tock. Sizzle, sizzle, blurp, blurp. Knock, knock, knock. A slurp and a whisper and a fish kiss too. Mr. Brown can make those sound. Can you? All right, here we go. So excited. Take a deep breath, though, because this may go a little bit faster. What? You want to watch? Okay. Sometimes he wants to play and sometimes he wants to watch. So I'm going to do all the work myself. Just put him right up there so I can get him afterwards to help me. I'm going to leave him here so you can see him, that he doesn't make trouble for me. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Mr. Brown can moo. Can you? Oh, the wonderful things Mr. Brown can do. He can go like a cow. He can go moo, moo, moo. Mr. Brown can do it. How about you? He can go like a bee. Mr. Brown can buzz. How about you? Can you go buzz, buzz? He can go like a cork. He can go like horse feet. Cloppity clop, cloppity clop, 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 clop. He can go eek, eek, like a squeaky shoe. He can go like a rooster. Cock-a-doodle-doo. He can go like an owl. Hoo, 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 hoo. We put them all together. Eek, 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 cock-a-doodle-doo. Hoo, 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 hoo. How about you? He can go like the rain. Dibble, 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 dop. Dibble, 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 dop. Choo, 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 like a train. Oh, the wonderful things Mr. Brown can do. Moo, moo, bzz, bzz. Pop, pop, pop. Eek, eek, hoo, hoo. Clappity, clop, clop. Dibble, dibble, dop, dop. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Mr. Brown can do it. How about you? He can go like a horn. Blurp, blurp, blurp. Like a big cat drinking. He can go like a clock. Tick, tock, tick, tock. He can go like a hand on a door. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Knock, knock, knock. Oh, the wonderful things Mr. Brown can do. Blurp, blurp, slurp, slurp, cock-a-doodle-doo. Knock, 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 and whoo, whoo, whoo. He can even sizzle, sizzle. He can do that like an egg in a frying pan. How about you? Mr. Brown is smart as they come. He can do hippopotamuses chewing gum. Grum, 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 grum. Mr. Brown is so smart. He can even do this. He can make a noise like a goldfish kiss. Mr. Brown is a wonder. He can even make thunder. Boom, boom, boom. He makes lightning splat, 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 splat. And that's very hard. Mr. Brown can do it. So can you. Are you ready for our finale? For all the noises that Mr. Brown can do? I bet you are. So allow us to finish with our friend, the new Mr. Brown. Quite a good guy, keeping us warm through the winter and getting us ready for the spring. Mr. Brown, can you do it? Can you make all of these sounds? And then come on back so we can wish everybody a good day, a day of good. Here we go. Ready, set. Please join us. If you cannot read, all you have to do is to listen. Listen for the sounds of the very, very wise, clever, witty Dr. Seuss, but mostly for yourself. Here we go. Moo, moo, buzz, buzz. Eek, eek, whoo, whoo. Clap, clap, clap. Dibble, dibble, dop, dop. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Grum, 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 grum. Choo, choo, choo. Boom, boom, splat, splat. Tick, tick, tock. Sizzle, sizzle, blurp, blurp. Knock, knock, knock. A slurp and a whisper. And a fish kiss too. Mr. Brown can do it, and I know so can you. Make a little poetry. Make somebody smile. Make some noise. Make some meaning. And make yourselves happily ever after. Moo moo, as the cow would say, and good night to you.